Understanding the cancer experience, sensory loss and visual impairment.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a white female in her 20s. I have long blonde hair and I'm wearing a white shirt, purple trousers and white trainers. The Health and Social Care Alliance Scotland, in partnership with Macmillan Cancer Support, spoke to a group of visually impaired individuals affected by cancer. Visual impairment is a term to describe sight loss that can't be corrected with contact lenses or glasses. Visual impairment is the term that individuals use to describe themselves during engagement. However, we are aware that there are other terminologies out there.
Hi, I'm Kirin. I'm an Asian woman in her mid-50s with long black hair held back by 2 white bows. I'm wearing a pink floral dress, pink watch, black tights and pink shoes, and I'm holding my white cane. I'm a visually impaired peer evaluator working to improve the cancer experience. Together, we're going to give you top tips to make the cancer experience a more hopeful journey for everybody. Tip 1.
Receiving a diagnosis. From the beginning to the end, the experience isn't made for us. It's always about visual signs, like if you've seen blood in your urine. Fair enough, you can feel a lump, that's true, but as a visually impaired person, you're not taught how to check properly. When receiving a diagnosis and when supporting someone during this process, visually impaired people can feel dismissed and invisible.
3 people sit round a table. At one side is a healthcare professional, at the other a visually impaired individual affected by cancer and her support worker. Throughout the conversation, the healthcare professional does not address the individual affected by cancer, instead communicating with the support worker only. The individual affected by cancer is becoming increasingly disengaged.
Always speak to the visually impaired person who is receiving the diagnosis, not the carer, not their friends or family. It's affecting them. For all of us, the first appointment is frightening. We can't see what you look like. We need you to sound confident and clear. When we hear that diagnosis, we need to feel safe and secure in that moment. Tip 2.
Accessibility of information and the system. We are reliant on people to take us around to where we need to be. We are reliant on that person either having the knowledge if they're a member of staff. If it's a family member, we're reliant on their goodwill to get us to where we need to go. When attending appointments and receiving a diagnosis, visually impaired people can feel like the system isn't designed for them. Accessibility is at the heart of this.
A support worker guides a visually impaired person affected by cancer, ensuring that their surroundings are explained. The individual is guided to her seat and presented with Braille information.
So we have your chair to the left, we've got a window straight in front of us, and we have a glass door to your right.
Excellent, thank you.
No problem. And we're going to keep going. We're turning slightly to your left. Keep on going. And pause here for me, please. So we have the back of your chair, the arm of your chair, and the seat of your chair.
Oh, I'm ready for a seat.
And now we have our information in Braille as well.
Oh, wow, thank you. Accessibility need not be complicated. Helping to guide somebody in and out of a room and offering accessible information at the point of diagnosis shortens the process and makes it easier for everybody. Tip 3.
One time, I was taken to a different toilet, and no one explained to me that everything was the other way around, and I hit myself and opened my breast stitches and had to go back to theatre. People were saying to me, well, why didn't you give yourself more space? And I would say, I'm blind, I have no concept of space. For everyone affected by cancer, receiving treatment is a difficult and daunting process. But for visually impaired people, when receiving treatment, accidents can be common.
A support worker pauses to carefully explain the layout of the bathroom, making sure to highlight any objects that could cause injury.
There we go. So the bathroom is straight in front of you with the sink directly in front, the toilet to the right hand side and the hand dryer directly in front of the toilet.
Excellent, thank you. So how can we make this positive? We all know the hospital environment can be scary and noisy and busy. For visually impaired people, just take 2 minutes to describe the environment and inform us what is going to happen. This can make a huge difference. Tip 4.
Psychological well-being and other areas to consider. So many times we do not get understanding or double checking of the impact of sight loss on X, Y or Z. So many of us just disengage. We become passive, we allow things to be done to us that we just put up with.
A healthcare professional and a visually impaired individual affected by cancer are shown sitting across from one another at a table. The two individuals enjoy a cup of tea and have a short conversation to make sure the individual affected by cancer feels at ease prior to discussing health-related matters.
Give us time and get to know us. Time is a very precious gift, and during the cancer journey, this is incredibly important. We need time to take in information, time to say goodbye to objects and things that were part of the process, or when we lose somebody. Get to know what we need. Some people might need their guide dogs with them. Inform us of any side effects that could be experienced. Ease our fears.
Tip 1. Always speak to the visually impaired person who is receiving the diagnosis, not their carer, not their friends. It's affecting them. Tip 2. Accessibility need not be complicated. Tip 3. Just take 2 minutes to describe the environment and inform us of what's going to happen. Tip 4. Give us time and get to know us. Tip 5. If you get it right for us, you get it right for so many other people. For further information on this topic, collect a copy of the Peer Evaluator Insights report.